Have you had clients having recurring nightmares? What nightmares are about?
I think on average, nightmares are meant to jolt us into awareness, to really, it's almost like a last ditch attempt of our higher selves or our dream guides, or however you look at that, to sort of jumpstart us, to get us to really pay attention. And another theme that seems to happen during nightmares is that they are about a loved one dying, or something about a horrible trauma happening to a child, like our own child. And so when we see that in a dream, we're usually just, we want to know what that is. We want to stop that from happening, because we love our kids so much, or we love our parents or our best friend or whatever it is, that we would never want anything to happen to them. But what we don't realize is that the person that's showing up in our dream, the loved one, that's us. And that's the trauma that we have. And so, why don't we love ourselves that much? Why do we have to see it happening to a child, our child, before we pay attention? But that's the idea of that. It's kind of a last ditch effort to get us to look at it. Something else that happens when we have a dream that we consider a nightmare is that we could be energetically infiltrated, or have an entity attached to us, or demonic influence. And so, in that case, it's really important to pay attention also, um, because we may need to get a clearing, or do some spiritual hygiene.
How do you know you are attached to an entity? How does it show up in the dream?
Well, ultimately, you want to channel on it to be for sure, but oftentimes this shows up as an unwanted guest kind of barging into your house. Remember, I talked to you earlier about how how a house can represent your body. So just an intruder coming into your house, or breaking in, or somebody acting nefarious can be the same thing too. Although it's not always that. That's why you would want to channel, because sometimes it's just your own experience. Like, if you had a father who was abusive, you would have a dream where there was a nefarious acting male. But other ways that you can see that you have an entity attached to you, or some kind of demonic influence, is, you might see yourself or somebody else rolling around in the dirt, or with mud on them, or something like that. You may even see a bat or a witch flying through the air and coming towards you, or something similar to that. And the bat or the witch, that would indicate somebody projecting negativity at you. And oftentimes, those projections are so powerful. And if we don't quite understand how to energetically make ourselves sovereign, then those kinds of influences can really harm us. They can bring our energy down. They can make us feel the way that the person projecting at us wants us to feel. It's all really interesting how all this stuff just happens energetically, but our dreams definitely will show when that happens and when that needs to be cleared out.